Hey, you adjust the camera. Okay, suicide. Seems to be a lot of chit-chat about suicide since I posted my supposed to be a Valentine's Day video yesterday. I was trying to encourage people to show love to the people they love because, you know, anyway, it got a whole bunch of neep going. I don't even know if neep is a word people say anymore. Under that video, what is it called? Thinking about suicide? Question mark. And people talking about how suicidal they've been or still are in their lives. I've been kind of in that on and off camp my whole life, most of my life. It's just, to me, it's like a security blanket. It's like, it's nice to know that's an option. It's nice to know that when the going gets tough, I can go, I'm out of here, you know? It's nice to have, to know that there's a thing that I can do. It's just, that's all it is for me, I think. I honestly don't think I could kill myself. I've been pretty down before. I've been very, you know, when I get really desperate, that's one of the first things that comes out of my mouth. And one of the first things that pops into my head is, shit, I'm just gonna kill myself. When I lost my job, boom, I was just gonna come home and kill myself, you know? It's like a gut reaction. But then it's like, deep breath, okay, get through it. One thing I found in my big ol', I say invoking my age, half century of being in this world, is if you hold on tight, things do get better. Now, some of people that apparently are subscribers or just watch my channel would say, you know, I've been around a long time, almost as long as you, or longer, and it doesn't get better. It's been this way my whole life. We are not victims. I mean, I can say, well, this is what I think you should do, and this is what worked for me, and da-da-da-da-da, and ultimately, what worked for me isn't going to work for you. You know, you got to find your own answers. You have to have, it has to come from you. It has to be like taking charge. Okay, you know what? I'm tired of, you know, you get this chance to live. That's it. You get this chance to live. It's a short time on this earth. I've said it in other videos. You have a clean slate. Or maybe you have a slate that's all crapped up and you can't bear it. Well, you know what? You have the option every day. And I know it's this giant cliche, but it's true. You have the option every day to make that day, to turn it around, to make that day different than all the others that came before. You have the option of saying, fuck this, you know, this is my time. This is my time on this earth. And ultimately, it's up to me to find my own happiness. It's up to me to make something of myself or find meaning in my life. You shouldn't depend on other people, on their acceptance of me or what they think of me or if they like me or not, whatever. It shouldn't depend on other people. For me, it has always depended on other people. My happiness, you know, it always had to be somebody else's, you know, job to make me happy. My fulfillment in life, it's like always about feedback that I get from other people. Whether or not I accept myself, whether or not I love myself or think that I'm very good. You know, it's like it always has to be about what other people think of me. I'm not saying that I have found the answer for me either, but so far it's going pretty good. And what I did was, and again, this is only what worked for me, I started looking at what makes me happy. What does make, well, okay, you know what, my house, I'm making it my sanctuary, especially during the last 3 months, but even before then I was redoing the countertops my way. They're very eclectic, they're very artsy. They're probably, you know, you can't even do anything with them now at this point unless you rip the whole countertop off and do it over, because I have ruined the countertops. But I don't care. They are, in my opinion, really cool. I like them. I use this stuff you pour over and it gets hard. It gets hard and clear, like it's a gel. It gets hard and clear. And I put like kind of nature stuff. On the bathroom downstairs, I used sand and seashells and what else? Little colored rocks and stuff. And it's, in my opinion, it's really awesome. I love my bathroom counter. And then upstairs, I did the same thing using autumn leaves and little pine cones and little sticks and various things. And again, I like it. The counters were ugly before. You know, they were ugly because it's like a 1979 condo. So, ooh, gee, gold yellow for the counter upstairs. And downstairs, puke brown. So it's like, what can I do with these counters that's going to make nothing? They're already ugly, okay? Can't afford to just have them redone, so I did them my way. I made something else out of them, and I like it. And that was kind of the start. Eventually, I'm going to redo the bathroom floor upstairs, and I'm going to do a mosaic on the floor. I'm doing it for me. I'm making my condo mine. I have those little electric fireplaces. I have one in the bathroom here. I have one behind me. I have one over here. I have one upstairs that I get to look at while I go to sleep at night. I have, in case you haven't noticed, Sound Oasis machines, both upstairs and downstairs. In the daytime, you hear the birds. Kind of goes with the birds I have. And at night, I turn the crickets on. Those are primarily the two. And then I have two other machines that do sound effects of, usually it's falling rain kind of mixed in. This is my world. I have made my condo my sanctuary. I have stuff everywhere I look. Everywhere I look, upstairs and downstairs, that reflect me, my personality, who I am. This is my sanctuary. So the first thing I did, I stopped going out and looking for people to make me happy. I stopped going to places where I knew people would be that I really liked and they made me happy to be around them. I stopped doing that. I stopped, honestly, going to places hoping these people would show up because I was so fucking needy. I needed them in my life to be happy. I stopped doing that. Every time I get the urge to go out and go to one of these places, I'm like, no, I'm not going down that road again. I'm not going to put myself in that situation again where I'm looking for somebody else to show up and make me happy, you know? So I've learned to live by myself. I've learned to like it. I've looked around and go, you know what? I like animals. I like having cats. You know what? I don't care. I have a friend who's like, you know, if you have too many cats or you have too many birds, you're never going to get a man because you're going to be that crazy bird lady or that crazy cat lady. So, you know, stuff like that used to actually bother me. Now it doesn't. It's like, you know what? I don't have... the last thing I need is another cat. I bring home a 10-and-a-half-year-old Maine Coon because she looked sad. She was this big, huge cat in this little cage at PetSmart. She looked sad, so I brought her home. It's like, I don't care. You know what? I don't care. My whole life isn't about getting a man anymore. That's been like, you know, I went down that road. I got a husband. I was Mrs. Somebody. You know, I was somebody's wife. That was my identity. I did that. You know what? It didn't work out. In fact, it turned out to be 20 years of my life with somebody who I guess never loved me at all. You know? And I don't care, honestly, if I ever have another serious relationship. My life is not about getting a man. My life is not about impressing anybody. You know, I used to spend hours with this mediocre face, spent hours in front of the mirror trying to make something of it. It's like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm old now anyway, and fat. Of course, I keep saying this, I am going to, there's one of those two things I can fix. The other one, I can't do anything about that, but I can try to lose weight, and we're slowly working in that direction. But anyway, so that's just it. Taking control, deciding that, you know what, this is the time that I've been given. This is my time on this planet in this amazing thing called the universe, and I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to look around and try to find out why, and I'm going to look up into the sky and admire. You know, the thing is, with this time that you're given, you know, you can, there's so much to see, there's so much to look at, there's so much to admire. The thing that keeps me from suicide, little things that keep me from suicide, never hearing my favorite song again, never looking out and seeing the sky like I saw it a couple months ago, that just, oh my God, it was amazing. It was the most amazing sunset. I took a picture of it and put it on Facebook. It was so gorgeous. Never laughing, never getting to see what I saw when my cat Mischief saw the snake for the first time. You know, just there's so many little things, and to think, I'll never get to do that again. I'll never get to do that again. If I die right now, I will never get to see, not that this is that big of a deal, because I'm sorry, but I thought the second Hobbit was a major bomb, but I would like to see the third Hobbit movie. I would like to see the third Catching Fire movie. There's, you know, you're constantly little things that I can look around and go, you know what? There's reasons for me to be here. There's reasons I want to stay. I don't know what new friend I'm going to make in a week or a month or a year from now. I don't know. Maybe down the road I will find some guy who likes animals the way I do. Oh my God. Or likes the outdoors the way I do. Likes to be out. Likes camping. Likes fishing. You know, just doing things. Experiencing life. There's so much here, and there's so much that can be done with this life. And to say, you know what, I will never be any better than this. I'm just living to die. I'm just living to die. What a way to live. You know, what a waste of life. I'm living to live. I'm living to live. And I don't think about death, and I don't think about that, ooh, I could get in an accident tomorrow and be paralyzed, or ooh, you know, I might get cancer or whatever. Yeah, I might. That's also part of life. Death is a part of life. Everything that happens to us is a part of life. And non-existence, that's not a comfort to me. The idea that I'm going to cease to exist when I die, that's not a comfort to me. You know, yeah, it'll stop the pain, but I won't know that the pain has stopped. I won't get to enjoy the fact that the pain has stopped, because I will cease to exist. I won't even be able to go, wow, this feels so much better when I die, because I'll have ceased to exist. So what are the options? I could either continue to struggle and hope for days that are better, or cease to exist and not even know that the pain has stopped, not even have the relief flood over me that the pain is over, because I won't be here to enjoy the fact that the pain is over. It's just blip and I'm gone. So yeah, this is just thoughts I have about the whole subject of suicide. And you know, yeah, it's a nice security blanket to know you can stop the pain, but then you're gone. You can't even have the satisfaction of knowing the pain is over. Rather, to me, fighting through the pain. It makes you a stronger person. There's always hope, in my opinion, that tomorrow might have something in it that's that's wonderful. You know, and oh my God, you know, I mean, I have my ex-husband's Aunt Sylvia to look at. She was 24 when she died. Shot herself because some guy dumped her. Really? And she's been dead and gone for 30 years or whatever. Dead and gone. How much life has she missed out on? So, you know, people who walk around and they're like, oh, well, you know, I'm just living to die. It's like, I'm sorry. It's a privilege to be alive. It's a privilege. And yeah, it takes work. It does. It takes work. It takes coming to the point where you're just not going to be a victim anymore. You're not going to just let the world happen to you, you know? You're going to make things happen. You're going to have some control over what you do with your day. Yeah, and you can't count on other people. You can't, okay, well, you know, so-and-so will always be there for me. So-and-so will always make it better. You can't count on other people, because so-and-so has their own battles and their own things that they have. It's a lot of work to find your own happiness. So-and-so is busy doing that for themselves. And eventually, if you keep demanding, you know, that so-and-so, and the same is, I mean, I'm talking about when you're married too. You should not put it all on your husband to make you happy, and vice versa. You know, otherwise eventually your husband is going to get fucking tired of being the one that always has to make you happy. You know? Anyway, so this is me. I'm not really ranting. I just have a lot to say on the subject. These are things that I am having to deal with. I guess technically I still have depression, but I probably right now am walking a tightrope between having depression and not having depression. But these are feelings that I have. These are thoughts that I have on the subject. I haven't thought about suicide for a while because I'm too busy. I'm making myself be too busy. I've got 100 million animals. They keep me busy. This condo, keeping it clean, keeps me busy. Now I have a job again. Thank the maker, which of course we don't have, but it's a saying that I always say, so whatever. Old habits die hard. But yes, I have a job. Doesn't pay very much, but if I keep at it, maybe that'll change. You know? There's always another turn in the road. You don't know what's coming, and I think it's worth living for. Because you just never know what that might be, and it might be something fucking good. You know, assuming that everything is always going to be this way. You're writing right there, you're making that be the case. It's always going to be bad in my life. I'm always going to have this be, you know, this. You're making it so. You know, you're writing your own script. You're writing your own destiny. Or you can say, you know what? It doesn't have to be this way, and I can make it not be this way because I have a say. I have control. I have the power. It's all up to me, not somebody else. You know? So anyway, that's just me having my little thought fest. You know the Roto-Rooter guys? I'm still waiting for the Roto-Rooter guy to call because I have a toilet upstairs that's running and it just will not stop. And it's like the last thing I can afford, but I put this off. Toilet problem. I've put it off for 6 months. For 6 months, I have not had the toilet's up there, but it's just not been used at all. I put it off for 6 months. Yesterday, I thought I would try to fix the damn thing. Big mistake. So now it's up there running, and I'm having to go up there and change the towels because the floor is wet. I had to bite the bullet and call a plumber, so now I'm waiting for Roto-Rooter to come and fix the damn thing. But hey, then I'll have a toilet upstairs again. That'll be sweet. So see? Taking charge of the toilet scenario. That's all it is. Everything in life is just about taking charge, biting the bullet, just getting it done. So anyway, I can't advise people. This is something I know from myself. You can't give people advice who are in depression or suicidal. You cannot give people the advice. What you can do is just, you know, what do you have in your life? What makes you happy? Make your world be about what makes you happy and fuck everything else. Seriously, that's all it takes, in my opinion. Again, I can only speak for myself. So anyway, if you've been watching, thank you. Bye!